Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Loom Show for Monday, April 16th, 2018. The weather's really bad. I'll probably be buffering like crazy. Hopefully things will be good. Let me know. Let me know. I don't know if I can... If this goes something I don't know. Probably should try to put it on first, huh? I wonder if I can clip this. Got a new clip here. Yeah, that thing's in the way there. Really not a good place to clip this anywhere because it gets in the way. Good question. Good question. Decisions. Well, nobody's here yet. But that's okay, because things will be going good, I guess. Meeting on camera, sorry about that. No one's here. Oh well, no one's here. No one's here. What's this here? A white thing in my beard. Hey, Anthony Sullivan, welcome. I've been here 3 minutes, no one showed up, and I know I'm having some bad connection issues here with this bad downpour. Yeah, raindrops keep falling on my head. It's crazy. I mean, it's raining like a son of a gun. All day, off and on, all day over here in Providence. It's crazy. It's supposed to be like this all night, too. Yeah, I mean, notifications for me, it's hit or miss. A lot of people don't get my notifications, but it's alright. I always say I do a live stream if one person shows up or 100. They're still here to do, so it's all good. Your brother just moved from Rhode Island. Well, that could be a good thing. Rhode Island is the small, little, corrupt state that it is. Providence is... I like Providence because we're so small, but Providence is really... You're 10 minutes away from everything in Providence. You can be so many other places. I mean, if you grew up here, it's all you know, but... it's small. It's very small. But I was so mad to find out about hot wieners today. Oh, let me tell you, if you're from around here, there's something that it's one of the greatest things in the world, if you ask me. Of course, most of the old timers, they have their hot weenies and they have their coffee milk with it. And I love coffee milk as well as the next person from Rhode Island, but not with my hot weenies though. Hot weenies go best for me with soda. I've got to have some type of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, root beer, something like that. But yeah, it's funny. They're so unhealthy. You know, people think hot dogs are unhealthy. They make weenies with worse stuff than the hot dogs. So, but we don't think about that. We just think about the taste. Yeah, you know, because you're the only one here, YouTube has these laws. You can only send so many messages per 30 seconds. I apologize for that. Somebody else popped in briefly, but they didn't type anything, unfortunately. If you have any problems hearing me, let me know. I mean, it's just, I can't stop the rain. I mean, if I have to, I can do a live stream later on during my break at work, but... Oh, that would be a great video, actually. Coffee milk is very, very simple as long as you have the right stuff. Because it's just, like, people know how to make chocolate milk because you have the chocolate syrup or the chocolate powder if you have Nesquik. But coffee syrup is needed to make coffee milk. And it's usually made around here by two companies. They're two big companies. They're owned by the same people. They used to be like Coke and Pepsi back in the day, but basically you take and I don't know why it always tastes better in a glass. Coffee milk always tastes better in a glass as opposed to a plastic glass, drinking glass I mean. But if it's legitimate coffee syrup, which is a sweet syrup, what you basically do is you have a glass of milk and you put in a generous helping of coffee syrup, and you use the spoon to stir it all up. And it should look, if you're from Rhode Island, the sweeter the better. But it should look a lot like chocolate milk after. It should turn the milk into this brown color. And for me, the sweeter the better. There's no such thing as putting too much for me. Some people don't like it as sweet. But you just squeeze that bottle in, and I put a generous helping in. I should do a video of that. That would be awesome. That's it. You stir it up good because the syrup all gets on the bottom if you don't stir it up good. It actually makes a pretty good sound if you're stirring it good with a glass, drinking glass, with a spoon. Because it goes almost like you're beating an egg because of the spoon hitting the glass. It's a, you know that sound. Oh, someone's stirring some coffee milk. Art Stanton, welcome. Coffee milk it's a local thing, and it's like so many things about Rhode Island. We're so small, but we have so many local things like hot weenies and coffee milk and Dell's lemonade and so many things like that. It's an acquired taste. Coffee milk is like, if you like chocolate milk, I think most people would like coffee milk. Same thing with Hershey syrup, it goes in. Same thing with the coffee syrup. If you go other parts of the country, you ask for coffee milk, people don't realize it. They usually just get a cup of coffee with milk in it. It's like, why would you go to Florida and ask for coffee milk? You know it's a Rhode Island thing. But I think they, you just take it for granted if you're from around here. But yeah. Yeah, Rhode Island has a little bit of everything, but yeah, we're small, but I mean, they fit. Pretty sure there's something like a little over 1 million people in Rhode Island. Okay, unlike Boston, there's like 1 million people just in Boston. Massachusetts, which is about, I want to say, 4 times the size of Rhode Island, they have 15 million people. But Rhode Island, if you get away from the cities, there's a lot of great areas of Rhode Island that look very, very beautiful with the woods and farms and everything. All depends on how far away you get from the city. Like, basically, northwest Rhode Island and southern Rhode Island are the least dense. It's pretty cool. Cape Cod, I haven't been to Cape Cod in years. I don't think I've been to Cape Cod in about 6 years. Because we have an old expression around here. If it's more than 20 minutes away, it's an overnight trip. That's how much we don't travel too much. Yeah, you don't know how good you have it until you move from a place. Yeah, it's... I have a love-hate relationship with Boston. I love the teams, sport teams, and I try to go as long as possible without going to Boston, especially driving there. I have a lot of bad experiences driving through Boston, and a lot of bad experiences with family members in hospitals and stuff like that. It's just, Boston to me usually means nothing but stress, so that's not something I think about a lot. Wyoming, Rhode Island is a typical example of how beautiful Rhode Island can be. Metro Sonic, welcome. Good to see you. Kentucky barbecue. Oh, Kansas City, Kentucky, yeah. I meant to say Kansas City, I said Kentucky. Oh. KC barbecue is awesome. I never had Colorado barbecue, but I am a barbecue fan big time. I will put barbecue sauce on almost anything. Almost anything. I've dipped chocolate chip cookies in barbecue sauce. But I've also dipped chocolate chip cookies in ketchup too, so I'm just a crazy dipping fool. I'm just one of those guys that likes to just have sauces on so many different things. That's just the way I am. Oh, somebody hit the like button. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. Ribs are so, to me, I gotta at least have ribs once every summer. At least. I mean, I like to make them at least once every summer. Ow, that was... I went to grab the phone and it felt like I was getting arthritis or something. Ah! My thumb went the wrong way or something. Newport is beautiful. I mean, Rhode Island has the most beautiful seashore that I've ever seen. I mean, with the exception of Maine, maybe if you're... but I can't remember the last time I saw Maine to see the sea. I mean, it's probably rivals Maine. Newport is beautiful. Middletown, Newport, all that. I almost lived in, was it Portsmouth? Little Compton? Little Compton? I think I almost lived in Little Compton, which is, as we call, over the bridge. There's a Mount Hope Bridge and, well, the Braga Bridge, too, if you want to go through Massachusetts to get back into Rhode Island. But we always say over the bridge. That's Newport and Portsmouth and Little Compton and the Middletown and all that. But I almost lived in, I think it was Little Compton. I'm not sure. When I was I want to say about 20 years old, my parents almost bought a house there. But it wasn't meant to be. It was too small a house. Raspberry barbecue sauce on elk. I have never had that, but you know what? I'm one of those people, when it comes to food, I'll try anything once. You only live once, too. I mean, people look at food and they say, not my thing. But you don't know till you try it. Like I always tell people, try it. If you don't like it, I'll never ask you again. But you can't look at food and say you don't like it. You know, it's not like looking at a car and saying I don't like it. You know, I mean, it's different. Food you have to taste. It's like looking at, okay, Mozart's, whatever, sonata in G minor. Oh, I don't like it. Have you ever heard it? No, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. Well, how can you say you don't like the way music looks? It's just like food. You have to go by taste. Music, you have to go by sound. It's crazy. Anyway. Kingsford pre-cooked barbecue ribs that aren't bad in a pinch. Kingsford, huh? That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, see, my dad, his whole life, he was one of those people that just, like, eats the same stuff all the time. I mean, there's such a world of different kinds of foods and different kinds of sauces and different kinds of meats. And life's too short. You gotta try different things. I had Indian food before. Absolutely. I loved it. They had a big buffet thing at work one time. They had this local restaurant owner came in and he did the whole thing for free. I never had Indian food, and it was, I mean, everything I tried I loved. Big surprise, 300 pounds, everything I tried I loved. But no, I'm not really a big eater. I just never had Indian food. Of some things I like more than other things, but I wish I knew how to make some of that stuff. I ate the U.S. oldest bar there in Newport, Black Horse Tavern or something. Bartender was a complete nerd. I wouldn't know about that. Antelope medallions. Oh my goodness. Hey, the big red bear, welcome. If I missed anybody else, please, don't hold it against me. I'm thinking about food. Metro, I'll tell you something. The older I get, the harder it is to fall asleep after I eat because I wake up all sick. If I eat heavy and then fall asleep, even if it's at night and then I go to bed, I wake up in the morning with the biggest headache you ever had in your life. I don't know what that's all about, if it's because my body has to keep digesting food all night long or whatever. I learned not to eat before bed. I have to, and certain things like pizza, forget it. Pizza I can't have like 3-4 hours before bed. Talk about waking up and being sick. Anything with like spaghetti sauce or tomato sauce, same thing. 2-3 hours before bed minimum. Oh my. Indian food looks terrible, but all of it is delicious. No, I didn't go hot, that's for sure. This was a couple of years ago, but I wish I knew what I was eating because I wouldn't mind getting a recipe and trying it myself. Yeah, I guess it's afternoon here. 2:37. Hey, Tim, what's up? How's Connecticut? Oh, it's raining like crazy over here. I mean, I'm trying to talk a little bit louder because I'm sure all this rain is drowning me out a little bit. It's raining like crazy. 19:36 p.m. here. Wow, you must be, I'm thinking you're over in, you must be in Europe somewhere, huh? Big Red Bear. Europe, Asia, well, maybe not Asia. England. It's 7:36 p.m. in England. Oh, duh. What an idiot I'm thinking. I'm thinking 9:36. 7th, of course, because England is 5 hours ahead of us. Don't mind me. I'm just Monday blues with the rain. The body is well maintained, especially keep up with my training in the art of, as I pronounce, ninjutsu. 24 years so far. Wow, that's awesome, man. 54 and windy. We got 48 degrees according to my SUV here. 48 degrees. The wind is definitely picking up. Anthony says Indian food is easy. Just go to an Asian store and buy a curry. Yeah, definitely curry is the way to go. That's what makes it Indian, I guess. We think of curry as one thing, but there's thousands of curry. Really? Oh, wow. Away with the fairies, as we say. Coffee Talk Dave, hey, welcome, my friend. Hello, hello. Welcome to the rains. And then the rains came. April showers bring May flowers. Well, I'll tell you, it's still kind of cold for April. Next couple of days, it's still supposed to be a little bit on the cool side also. The weather over here has not been consistent. You get a day of warm and then a day of cold, and a day of rain and a day of snow, and then it's warm and then it's cold. We're in our 5th month. Oh, here we go with the bad connection again. We're in our 5th month of winter pretty much. I'm just looking for consistently 60, 70 degrees every day. Green curry, oh, I know nothing about it. Most of the food that I ate either had like an orangey sauce to it or a yellow. And I love them both. Oh, wish I had it right now. I wish the weather was much nicer so I can go out and train. I just gave out. Yeah, you know what? This weather just, it gets me down. Hey, Sharon, what's up? I am feeling okay, I guess. Oops. I had a plastic water bottle just pop at me. We invented rain, Coffee Talk Dave says. You know what? We expect rain around here, but usually it's a little bit warmer this time of the year with the rain. But I am feeling, Sharon, I don't know. I wish I could say I felt 100%, but I never feel 100% anymore. I'm doing the best I can. I hate to complain too much. I hate to be thought of as a complainer. That's what we do around here. We complain about the weather. Too hot, too cold, too rainy, too snowy, too humid, too dry. That's what we do around here because there's nothing else to do. Chinese food. I don't know if I told the story yet. I haven't had Chinese food. Today marks, I believe, 68 days that I haven't had Chinese food. I was one of those people that was eating it all the time. I mean, buying it at least twice a week. Buy enough to last me days, and I was eating it almost every day of my life. My mother said to me, you couldn't go a week without eating Chinese food. So to prove her wrong, I went a week without Chinese food. And 1 week became 2 weeks, became 3 weeks, and I started to find that I wasn't craving it as much. And today marks 68 days without Chinese food. So I'm over 9 weeks without Chinese food now, which is amazing, considering how much I ate it. I don't crave it like I used to. I wouldn't mind having it once in a while, but I want to see how... if I could go 100 days, that would be so awesome. I wish I could say I lost some weight without the Chinese food, but some of that... I mean, I was eating some really not healthy stuff at all. Probably the most unhealthy stuff. General Tao chicken and orange chicken and boneless spare ribs. All the stuff that's probably greasy as all get out, but my saints might be deregulated. Swindon is shite this year too. Bubba Boo, hey, welcome, my new friend. I was surfing around YouTube yesterday and I found some some great channels. Bubba, welcome. Welcome to my extremely boring vlog here in the rain. Not vlog, live stream in the rain here. This is just crazy. I can't get over how much this rain is really coming down. I mean, it's like the wind's driving it sideways. Yeah, you know, after my cold, I kind of felt like the cold went longer than it did, but I think it's just allergies now. It's crazy. 68 days without Chinese food, Red Bear. I just never... that's probably the longest I've gone since I was a kid. When I was a kid, my father would take us out to Chinese food twice a year for special occasions to the special place. Back when there was only there's 3 Chinese restaurants in town where I grew up. And, I'll tell you, when you live in Providence, though, there's like a Chinese restaurant on every other corner. Chinese and pizza all over the place. I mostly cook and eat at home also. I wish I had more time to cook, I really do. Fish and chips, oh, especially the England way is the way to go. Hey, officer, roll out, hello, hello. The older I get, the more I complain about the weather, that's for sure. Last time I had Chinese was probably 3 months ago. Oh, gosh, I love Chinese food. I love Chinese food. 68 days without Chinese food I've gone. 67, 68, give or take. Thank you, Sharon. I really appreciate it. I have 11 people in here and 4 likes. Yeah, you know, I'm in the mood for something once in a while, but I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to food. I don't really crave too much. I like to eat food to survive. You know, it's not so much like if I'm craving pasta, I eventually make it, but I just don't have the time to just drop everything and make it. Oh, that sounds good, Metro Sonic. That sounds so good. Crow, welcome, welcome. Anthony Sullivan is married. This is the first time I heard you talk about a wife. Congratulations, buddy. Guacamole. I've never been a guacamole fan. I don't know why. Just one of those things. Oh, Dell's lemonade. I can't wait. I love Dell's lemonade, but you know what? You always think you can have it any time, and before you know it, the summer's over. Metro Sonic, I'm really sorry about your dad. Yeah, around here, Asian restaurants are just all over the place nowadays. They pop up constantly. Chicken wings, USA, chicken wings are huge, especially for sport bars and stuff like that. They have this special sauce they call buffalo sauce because it was invented in a section of New York called Buffalo, New York. They call them buffalo wings. Oh, absolutely heaven. I'm getting very, very hungry. Very, very hungry. Talk video, welcome. Hello, hello. Hello. It's like a one big long hello. Uber delivers food now? I had no idea. Chicken wings. Oh, I'm getting very hungry. Getting very hungry. I'm about 1/4 Italian, and I grew up... Oh, listen to this rain. This is horrible. I gotta walk in this to go and punch in a little while. I'm sitting here waiting to go to work. Wow. I can't get over how loud this rain is. I don't know if I don't know if YouTube gives it justice, but this is very, very loud. I can barely hear myself talk. I'm about 1/4 Italian, so I grew up with some great food between the Portuguese food and the Italian food. But Coffee Talk Dave, I'm really sorry. That's gotta be rough. That's gotta be rough. Don't use Uber food. You're talking about a third party touching your food. See, over here we have something called well, it used to be Foodler, but now they're Grubhub. But they used to have this other delivery service. I can't remember the name of it now. That Foodler used to use to deliver food, and I can't remember the name now. It'll be just for I'll tell you, they delivered it faster than the regular delivery people. Wright's Farm, everyone loves Wright's Farm around here, Tim. Let me tell you, everyone goes, if you're from Providence, they go to Wright's Farm, and they get their Italian food and their chicken and everything. They go through so much there. Buffalo sauce, yeah, that's a very, very easy recipe for buffalo sauce. Oh, this rain. Oh, all this food talk. My mother is half Italian, half Portuguese, mostly. There's a little bit of French and German mixed in there too. And my dad, full-blooded Portuguese. I'm Scottish. I eat boiled innards and enjoy them. Yeah, that's definitely a Scottish thing. And Italians do the whole tripe and all that. Oh gosh. As a matter of fact, I work as a janitor, custodian, housekeeper. What's the other term that we use over here? I call myself a if you go by the initials, a senior housekeeper in training. I'm an SHI. No, just joking. I actually work for a company that we clean buildings. I work in usually I'm in a performing arts building. Oh, listen to that. All of a sudden, the rain, it blew over a little bit. Now it's not coming down as much. Wow. That's amazing. I work in a performing arts building usually, where my assignment is. And it's like half theater, half offices, stuff like that. It's amazing. There's always something going on. Wow, it's like the calm after the storm. The other one with the cakes and cookies near Woonsocket. Is it Woonsocket that you mean? Oh, there's so many places around here. Oh. Cuban sandwiches. Yeah, I heard of Cuban sandwiches before. See, there's so much different food depending on where you live. Portuguese, yep. Portuguese. All the S's make zh sounds when you're Portuguese. Portuguese. Calabucas. Sally's not in here. Not that I know of. She hasn't written anything. I'm also Native American Indian, Irish, English, German, French, Tattersall. Wow, you're a little bit of everything, Coffee Talk Dave. The biggest thing that I am is Portuguese. Italian would be next. And then German and French would be from a touch would be one great-grandparent was half German, and on the other side one great-grandparent was half French. My mother's grandmother was half French, and my mother's mother's mother was half French, and my mother's father's father was half German. That's how it boils down to try to track it down to where that German came from. But mostly Portuguese, yes. Oh, goodness, Anthony Sullivan, goodness. My supper break, let me see, over here it's almost 3 o'clock p.m. Almost 1,500 hours. My supper break would be something like probably around 1,800 hours tonight. Heinz 57, yeah. Hey, Sam, welcome. How are you? Thanks for joining in. I like to say I'm American, you know. I mean, I was born in America. I'm a third generation born in America. I'm American. Everyone came from somewhere. Hey, Michael, welcome. Congratulations on a good live stream. I was on your live stream earlier. Was it? Gosh, I can't remember. Was it today? Last night? Now I don't remember. Hey, Judy, welcome. Hello. YouTube's having issues. Big surprise. YouTube always had usually notification issues. What before 1818? What's going to happen? Excuse my English. I don't know what's happening on the 18th. Oh, I don't know, Sam. I believe we're living in the last days. I'll say that. That's what I think, anyway. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yes, please. Oh, thank you. I got 10 likes in here. That's pretty darn good. This rain again. See if I do this. What happens if I do this? Starting up again. Amazing. I don't know. The world's ending on the 23rd. Oh. Could I make it the 24th? I have some laundry I want to get done first. The last of the last days. I believe, Dave, you know, I believe that it's going to happen in our generation. What happens when I do this? Doesn't happen when I do that. On 418, my Waynesville, North Carolina home loan goes through with Eagle Home and Mortgage. It's on the 23rd. I'll go with him. I can see my mom. Yeah, I usually get one every now and then, Dave. Okay, Black Bigot. Okay, now I know you're not Black Bigot, okay? Next time you write something that I don't like, you're getting banned. I'm telling you right now. You want to troll, go troll somewhere else. You're not a troll, well, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't come into my land over here. This is my world. Appreciate it if you wouldn't come in and start making fun of people, because that's the easiest way to get booted out forever. Cause a secure lot, the Florida lot. Oh, that's okay. No, over here we're still in, well, I mean where I am anyway, on the East Coast, Eastern time here. It's almost 3 o'clock. Military time, I guess, would be 1,500 hours. Sunsets in Michigan around 7. Yeah, over here, I want to say around 7 o'clock, give or take. It's better than it was around Christmas when it's 4:15 and dark already. 1:55. Yeah, you must be. You're an hour behind Metro Sonic. An hour behind where I am, anyway. How do you make the officer rollout? How do you make your message? It's in italics instead of the regular font. That's pretty cool. You didn't mean to rub anyone the wrong way. Well, considering your name, I'm surprised that someone hasn't reported you yet, because it's just a matter of time before YouTube's going to block you for that. So that's not exactly the greatest thing in the world. YouTube is very family friendly, and then you have a name like that. I mean, you're just asking for trouble. Blind Views, yeah, Blind Views is awesome. I want to start doing a regular feature on my channel where I start shouting out my favorite creators. Not really doing it in in a truth vlog type setting, but just special videos where I can talk about my favorite YouTubers and visit the sites a little bit. I think it would be pretty cool. If any job for a French guy who wants the American dream. I say you want to move to America and live the dream, do it. I definitely would do it. There's all different things that we have, so many different jobs here that you could find exactly whatever suits you. Worst barbecue beans I ever had was at Rub. Real Urban Barbecue in Reno. I love barbecue beans, but I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. I love your little innuendos, Black Bigots, you know what. I mean, you have to be blind views not to get them when it comes to reading them. And that's not a dig towards blind views. I mean, you have to be a blind man not to know what you're trying to say. Blind views is legally blind. Why would you say that it's just a lie? Hey, how's it going? I always have to look really close. Vilric Blade. I always want to say your name right. It's very rainy over here, man. Let me tell you, it's just crazy. It's so crazy, guys and girls, because the rain keeps coming in droves. It's very loud, and then it's soft, and then it's loud, and then it's soft. It's crazy. Coffee Talk Dave, you can talk about Jesus all you want. He's my personal savior. He's my Lord and Savior. He will be back someday. And by all means, spread the word. We are in our own battlefields here. Mission fields and battlefields. Yes, what Judy said. That's exactly what he has. Yeah, you too, Tim, always. Blind Views is a total faker. When he's not doing his show, he's flying planes. Flying planes, wow. I know, just kidding. Blade sounds good to me, man. Anybody can call me JJ, Double J, the Illuminator, the Loom, Pig's Feet Pete, and Fruit of the Loom. I got all these different nicknames, 120 something nicknames. But we won't get into that right now, as I usually say. Tunnel vision is very nice. That's what happens when you start to lose your sight like that. You end up seeing in just one small little area with each eye. I couldn't even imagine what it must be like. Hey, Metro Sonic, thanks for being here, man. Vietnam, wow, that was something that hit close to home with a lot of families. I would freak out if I walked out to a plane and Blind Views had the wheel. He'd be like, hey man, thanks for being a blind viewer. Well, we're flying into a mountain. That's the way I see it. I'll be back. That's the whole thing. Michigander Man started all that. If anyone knows Michigander Man, I suggest if you ever have a chance to subscribe to him. He's a really cool guy. But Michigander Man, one time I went onto his live stream and he went, the Illuminator, he's back. And I started the whole I'll be back thing that I say at the end of all my videos because of Michigander Man. His name is Rob. I tell him, hey Rob, get to the chopper. It happens with Alzheimer's too. I didn't know that, Judy. Wow. He'd be laughing. Seymour. Of course, I didn't get it at first with Seymour because I didn't see the way it was spelled. I just heard Seymour, and I'm like, why would he name him Seymour? And I'm like, duh. Seymour, that's pretty cool. Renee, welcome. Hello, hello. I wonder if Black Bigot would be very happy that you're using his name. The way he does that whole puppet thing, that is fantastic. I mean, no offense to Dave, but to Camo Dave, but Blind Views definitely has it down pat. I'm just wondering what to do to you, Black Bigot. You know what? Wondering if I want you in my room at all. And I usually don't have to block anybody. I never had a mod. I wonder what it'd be in the... Anthony Sullivan. Let's see. Let's see. There's got to be a way to make someone a mod while... I wonder if I have to do it on... let me think here. Let me think here. Doing too much thinking here. It won't let me do it from here. Don't want to do that. I guess I would have to do it from a real computer, not from my phone. Good question. Good question. No, that's not how I do that. That's that button there. Yeah, I tried that. Anthony Sullivan, you're pretty right. You're pretty right. I think you're pretty right. I think you're right pretty much. How about that? I know how to do it from a computer, but I thought there was a way to do it on the cell phone too, but... Oh, here we go with the bad connection again. Anyway, who knows? Black Bigot would know how. Probably. Oh wow, look at this. That's cool. Different things that let you do. Black and white. Anthony Sullivan retracted his message. I don't know. I tried. I put him in a timeout for now. When he comes back, if he continues, I will block him. Anyway, I lost half the people I had in the room. Sorry if I was being a little too boring. Here comes the rain again. Yeah, it turned into a Burger Planet stream. Look at that, I'm at 44 minutes. Oh, Judy, you're playing basketball tonight? That's pretty cool. I always said I wanted to do an 8-hour stream just the whole time I'm at work. Just leave the thing on as I'm at work. Judy, you play in the NBA? Oh, wow, that's awesome. I'm only joking. Oh, you're in the playoffs? Oh, okay. I'll do one Burger Planet style live stream the whole 8 hours I'm at work. Or even worse, I'll do it the 2 hours that I'm here before work. Centers are awesome. Centers are usually, aren't they usually not the tallest people on the team? Something like that. I worked for the Nuggets, so not an NBA fan. Coffee Talk Dave, thank you so much. I never have a game plan with these. Whatever we talk about in the room, it depends on whoever shows up. I have a lot of regulars that did not show up today. But that's okay. Everyone has their own things that they have to do. They went on strike when I was working for them. Oh, wow. That's something. I'm wondering. Usually I park a little bit closer to the building, but I don't know what the condition is. I don't want to lose my spot here. I don't know. Lost 48 days of work. That sucks. I haven't watched Camo Dave in a couple of days, so I don't know what's happening with the whole van dwellers and all those other people, because I don't watch any of that stuff anyway. Yeah, it's still coming down. It's hard, and then then it dies down a little bit, and it's still coming down a little bit. Not as much though. I just put the windshield wipers on, but yeah, it's dying down a little bit, but who knows? Hard hearing Birdman complain about his millions when I can't pay rent. Yeah, huh? Sheesh. Nomadic, yeah, I heard Nomadic. That's the last one that I watched. The Nomadic Idiot broke up with Angela. By text, yep. By text. Doesn't surprise me at all. He never put her in any of his videos. She was always way behind. It shouldn't surprise her at all either. I mean, no offense. I mean, it should not surprise her. Excuse me, my adenoids. I mean, even a blind man, I said this before on Blind Views, that blind men see all. But I said, even a blind, I put this right on Dave's comment section on one of his videos when he talked about this. Even a blind man could see that Eric was just not into this relationship. Did not surprise me at all. And the only reason why I even know about them is because of Camo Dave. I don't watch any of that stuff. Jordan, Adam, and Jacob all did begging lives. Yeah, don't they beg every day? Sure, Eric is a great guy. He films all of his videos, and almost like he has a selfie stick, and he has the side of his face like this, and he talks and talks, and he looks at the camera sideways. You know, what happened to my light here? He has the side of his face like this, and he talks. I can't stand that. He just has the side of his head as he's talking. No. He just glances at the camera every now and then. That's not my type of video. Snow. Oh gosh, I'm just so ready for spring. I'm so ready for summer. I am just 100% ready for summer. I am 100% not in any of the van dwellers or any of that other stuff that happens. I mean, more power to you if that's what you want to do, but I mean, some people, they talk about it way too much, like it's the only thing on YouTube. That's why I want to do my own shout-outs for the people that I watch that don't get enough recognition at the bottom of YouTube, or even if they're not at the bottom of YouTube, and it's just people that eyebrows look extremely prominent today. You know what it is? It's because my glasses are not usually, they turn into sunglasses when the sun's out, and the sun's not out. So they look like I'm indoors, like regular glasses. But I want to be able to shout out the videos I watch. The Three Musketeers. I love that! The Three Musketeers! Only turn the super e-banking up on the live streams, otherwise just the usual plug. Yeah, I mean, imagine doing, I just can't see doing a live stream for the sole purpose of making money. Do a live stream where you're doing something. Don't just sit there like a certain person out of those three guys. Just sit there just to try to earn money, not doing anything, just sitting there, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. No way, man. No way. GTA area. I made a loud stinky, pardon me. Well, on my live stream, how dare you? It's like television, not smell-o-vision. I go watch stuff based on what vlogger puppets are covered to get the joke. Who does the vlogger puppets? That's what the accents are unbelievable. Whoever does the vlogger puppets, they're just, I want to know. Yeah, I'm sure that's right, Mr. Not Black Bigot. I'm sure that's exactly right. Yeah, you know, I just can't see saying, oh, I need money to fix this and fix that. You know, I hope I get the money. You know, it's basically you're begging for people to pay for it without actually saying, hey, send me the money so I can pay for this. Get some real jobs, people. Go get a job. Go get a 9-to-5 job and see what it's like to work like a real man. Everyone wants everyone else to pay for them to have a good life. Michigan man, and that's right. I gave you a little plug earlier. You're the one that invented the whole I'll be back thing. I wanted to give you credit for that. Hey, Rob, get to the chopper. Rob's a really awesome guy, Michigander man. He does his lunch with Rob and all kinds of other live streams and stuff. Go check him out if you can. Even if you can't, go do it. Jacob is on and on about his glasses. He has money for drones, but he needs new glasses. I'll be back. That's right. Get to the chopper, Rob. Get to the chopper. Yeah, Judy, Michigander man is a very uniquely human individual, and I think anybody can. I'm trying to say, like, you can learn a lot about humanity from Rob, definitely. He's a real guy. Some people are fake. Some people are real. He's real. No teeth, no glasses, tons of technology. You know, I would never expect anybody. I have a P.O. box, and I tell people, you want to send me something, send me a fan letter, a PayPal, yeah, a pen pal letter, send me a recipe. Let's see. I mean, let's make America great again with recipes. Send me a recipe, and I can do it as a video. That'd be really cool. I don't say, hey, send me money. Send me money. That's not what I say. Send me money. Send me money. How dare you send me coupons? You send me money. I can spend it anywhere. That's not me. Yep. Yeah, it's like, even if I had a super chat, I would be so weary about using it. I wouldn't want people to think that I'm doing these live streams to make money. I do live streams because I like the idea of a whole bunch of people. I treat it like, and Stingray, I'm going to give Stingray 1975, I'm going to give him a shout out here because he's the first one that said this, and it's exactly how I feel. I go into a live stream with no game plan whatsoever. To me, it's just a hangout with a bunch of friends, new friends, old friends, people from around the world where we can just laugh and joke and talk and get to know one another. And it's a big, friendly hangout. My Saturday night live streams that I haven't been doing a lot lately, but I always say, there's always a chair for another friend. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and have some chips. Treat it like it's just a bunch of people getting together. And that's what I like about these live streams. I would never say, well, you know, I need someone to help pay the bills. It would help if someone donates a couple of bucks to go towards this if you want to keep seeing me do this because it costs money. That's not me. Send me coloring books and crayons, Coffee Talk Dave says. Michigander man, hey Rob, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. I try to talk to Stingray, but he's always... Well, last night Stingray did a live stream late at night from his boat, and he looked like he was great. I mean, he looked like he was drinking a little bit too much. What is a little too much? I don't know. He's home. He's not driving. He can drink all he wants. But I know when I used to drink, when I used to have that look in my eyes, it was something that I probably was going to wake up all sick the next day. But he did a good enough live stream. You know, some people, they can function and some people can't. Well, I was one of those people that couldn't function. And of course, I could never hold my liquor anyway. But I don't drink anymore. I haven't had beer. It'll be 7 years this July that I haven't had any beer. I just drinking to me, it always brought me to a bad place. I always drank when I was depressed and all that other stuff. So drinking alcohol to me is something that I mean, for me, it just doesn't work because it just reminds me of bad times. So I chose to cut it out of my life. I don't judge anybody else for what they do. They're not me, I'm not them. So when it comes to alcohol and other people, that's totally up to them. But yeah, that's just the way I am. I'm 4-0 against tornadoes. Hey, congratulations. Hey, I want you on my side if one ever comes through here. A few years ago, I was in my apartment and there was an earthquake, and it was the first one I had ever felt. I was sitting in my computer chair, and all of a sudden the computer chair went like this. It just, a little bit, I rocked back and forth a little bit, and I went, it was scary because, what do? You're in no control over that whatsoever. The ground beneath you is shaking. What do? I just went back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was like, oh my god, I think that was an earthquake. Sure enough, it was. It was felt from like Washington, D.C. all the way through Maine. The whole half of the East Coast felt it. My hash use is a different issue, but it's legal in Colorado. I think a lot of people move to Colorado because of legality issues. I'm getting warm in here. I'm gonna put the AC on for a little bit. And again, this is me. I've never smoked. I never did drugs. Drinking was my vice when I was depressed, and I chose to get that out of my system. But I can honestly say there's certain times that I wish I had a shot of something, you know, especially like brandy. I don't mind a shot of brandy once in a while. I never overdid on that, but when I gave up on all of it. So I see Stingray, he does that devil's cut, and I'm like, I wonder what that tastes like because it looks really good, I say to myself. Then I'm like, nah, if I did, who knows what would happen. So I wonder, and then I think about something else. Hey Dave, thanks a lot for being here, man. I'll probably be live again in a couple of days, probably Friday, definitely. But show up anytime, man. You're always welcome. Earthquakes are easy, just jump in the air like a bouncy castle. Hey, my house is crumbling. Hey Judy, thanks for being here. I'm going to head off in a couple minutes. I try to be here an hour. I'm almost at an hour now. I'm going to be here another few minutes, and then since I'm down to 3 people right now. Anthony, you were the first one. You'll probably be the last one here too. Moved back from Kansas City when medical marijuana got legal. Weed allows me to get off 7 different medications. Wow. I never knew what you looked like because you always have a different picture, and especially your picture you're using now. I'm pretty sure that's not you. For me, Blade, I'll tell you, it just, I knew that alcohol was never taking me to a good place, so I gave it up. And it wasn't the easiest thing I ever did, but it wasn't the hardest thing, so it was the right choice for me. I'm like a Marine. I stayed till the end. And once a Marine, always a Marine. Yes, it's CB. I assumed that because you changed it like last week. It's like sometimes you see someone's picture and you know it's them, and then some people like Lou recently changed his picture and now it's a real picture of his mask. But other people have had the same picture forever, and then they change it. It's like, oh my goodness, they've had the picture the whole 6 months I've known them or whatever, and now they have a different picture. Like mine, I think I'm leery about ever changing my picture because everyone associates this with me now. But, anywho. Blade, that's how I treated it. Like, if it's not good, then I didn't need it. It wasn't serving any purpose to better myself. So, excuse me. So that's how I treated it, but I mean, there's parts of my life that I'm not proud of. I mean, there's parts of my life that I am proud of. I mean, that's life. I never really was a beer drinker. I never can honestly say I enjoyed beer. I drank beer, but not enough to know, oh, I have to drink this kind of beer, it's my favorite. I was able to tell the beers I liked compared to the ones I didn't, but to me, I never drank enough beer to really care too much about it. I just knew I hated Coors Light. To me, that was the worst thing I ever drank. The natural light in that I didn't like. Old Milwaukee I didn't care for. There's a beer called Genesee Cream Ale that I really enjoyed. But I drank mostly like, I couldn't drink Bud. Bud would give me a migraine. Up in New Hampshire they had all these local beers. I mean, so many local beers. One of them was called Pig Ear beer from the Woodstock Station in Woodstock, New Hampshire. That's probably my all-time favorite beer. But they had an oatmeal stout that I absolutely hated. I wanted to throw up. But that's when you try these beers, that's what would happen. Sometimes you like them, sometimes you don't. But I gave it all up, which was easier because it was not something that I needed to do. It was just something that, when it came to the hard liquor, that was in the worst times of my life that I went to that. So by giving that up, it was better for me anyway. Check out my brother's YouTube channel. It's French Toast Mashed Potatoes. I'm in most of the exploring videos. He's my twin, so I look the same, minus tattoos and a lot of... Oh, wow! That is awesome, Anthony. French Toast Mashed Potatoes. I will definitely check that out. In 3 months, I drank 2 of my 4 packs of Rainier beer. I can honestly say that the older I get, the less things bother me when it comes to stupid stuff. But when it comes to something that gets under my skin, it's like, if I know I'm right and it's a travesty towards me or work or anything like that, I want to fight to the death. When it's something that is stressing me out, I want to handle it. And I don't let the stupid little things stress me out anymore. But, you know, I'm a janitor. There shouldn't be this much stress. Sometimes the bosses make a lot of stupid stress. It shouldn't be this much stress to clean toilets and vacuum rugs. It really shouldn't. But you have like one boss who doesn't like his job, so he makes it miserable for the rest of us. That's so stupid. You don't like your job, get out. Some of us like what we're doing here. Yeah. I always drank scotch. That's what I started with. As long as I drink that, it's fine. Like me, I always said, like, I used to like a blackberry brandy or peach brandy. Those, you know, even like the wines that are like the cheap Boone Farm wine and Strawberries Infidel and the ones that are almost like a glorified soda. Those I can handle. I had a wine once, Irish Rose, and when I tell you that you take a few sips of this and you're drunk, it was like so strong. Stress makes me what I am today, Officer Rely. I love it. Where would I be without my stress? Yeah, you're right. I don't know if anyone ever heard of Irish Rose. It was a red, bright red colored, and it was so strong. Oh my goodness. Blade, you're right. I mean, I love my job. I've been doing this for 18 years. I've been a janitor over here, and I've built up a lot of seniority with the union and everything. And then we got this boss over the last couple of years who just is getting worse and worse about the stupid stuff. And he's the day shift boss, and I work mostly second shift. But he's the day shift boss, and he cares more about what's going on at night. No, supervise your own people. They're doing nothing. You want to go and make problems for us? Supervise your own people. They're doing nothing, and we're picking up the slack at night. But you want to complain that we're not doing anything. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I used to write my drinks down so I knew I was in control. Last year, I drank 37 beers, 22 mixed drinks, and 1 wine. Wow. That's a way to go. See, that's something that it would work for me. You know, so okay, here's something stupid. I'll end with this because I got to get going. But here's something stupid. We don't have uniforms at work. We're told to wear shirts that have a sleeve. We have to wear shorts or pants. I mean, women can't wear like spaghetti straps or, you know, tank tops. Men can't wear tank tops, muscle shirts, wife beaters, anything like that. We're told to have proper footwear, socks and shoes. We don't get any type of allowance. We wear all our own stuff here. But we have to be, you know, it has to be presentable. So I have all these different colored t-shirts I wear. And they don't want to pay for uniforms, so we wear all our own stuff. But I have all different colored shirts. I had a co-worker that used to complain when other co-workers, they would notice when they would wear the same clothes all the time. Even if they wore it like a uniform. What if they had 5 blue shirts like this? You know, and they wore one every day. They start to notice stuff. And then you say, well, what if they have different ones and they're wearing them like uniforms? Like, no, it's got the same stain on the shoulder. Well, look, it's that same grease stain. He's wearing that same shirt every day. Well, maybe he washes it every day. I mean, you try to say, but you get a couple of these co-workers who were that way. So I started to make sure that every day I wear a different color. It got to the point where I was so nerve-wracked about it that I started to keep track of the colors, because sometimes you forget. You know, and if you only see, because of the days off, if you see the same co-worker every Monday, I wanted to make sure, like, I'm wearing a navy blue shirt Monday today. I wanted to make sure that last Monday I didn't wear a navy blue shirt. I used to keep these, like you wouldn't believe. Excuse me, I used to keep track of whatever I wore for months on end. And then I said, you know what? I started to think, like, what did so-and-so wear yesterday? And I'm saying, I don't know. What color did so-and-so wear yesterday? I don't know. And I started to say, I really didn't pay attention. So then I stopped worrying about that. I still wear a different color every day. But I don't keep track of what I wore Monday to Monday to Monday or Tuesday to Tuesday to Tuesday anymore. I just have, for work, basically, I have like 15 different t-shirts that are just regular, like Walmart style, Fruit of the Loom, Hanes, whatever, jersey. I just buy all these different colors and then I just wear them all the time. And that's how I used to. So I know I'm good at keeping records that way. So I'd be able to do that with my drinks if I had to. I had a guy every 3 days that would squat over the toilets. Oh no. Oh gosh. Only time we got an allowance was when we were in court. Oh my. Yeah, my father was a police officer, and I remember many of his police uniforms with a navy blue, almost looked black to me. This one is really a lighter. It's a navy blue, but it's a little lighter. It's made by Hanes. It's a very comfortable shirt. I bought this online. But anywho, I gotta get going, guys. Unfortunately, I had a good time. Thanks for everyone that stayed. Thanks for everyone that was here longer than 10 minutes. Thanks for the people who only stopped in for a minute or two. I appreciate everyone. Next live stream will be soon. If not in a couple of days, I will try to definitely do one Friday. Now that I am not sick anymore, I will get back onto my regular streams, hopefully. Monday and Friday, with maybe another later one during the week, while I'm on break. Stingray! Oh, man! You made it! Don't go! I love it. I will try, man. Officer Rollout, I really appreciate you being here. Blade, one of my newer friends, thanks for being here. Always. Stingray, how are you? I'll keep this on anyway, as I gotta get a little closer to. I'm not, this rain today, forget it. I'm not getting soaked in this rain. But anyway. Hope everyone's doing okay. If you just happen to drop in. YouTube's notifications have been crazy today. I don't blame anybody if they didn't know I was online, if I was streaming, because it just was crazy. And I didn't stream last Monday because I was sick. But lo and behold, I'm just gonna drive up here. This is good enough. Sorry about that, guys. I moved the car, so now the Wi-Fi had to connect again. But anyway. Oh, I don't think Officer Rollout, you want to see me in a wet t-shirt contest. That's for the ladies. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going, unfortunately.